Yeah, I can hear you. Hey, how are you?
I'm well, even better now that I'm speaking with you. You're a blessing.
Oh,
How are you?
oh, thank you. I'm doing very, very good.
Fantastic. You
You want
definitely are a
to?
blessing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I strive to be a blessing and not a hindrance.
No, truly, you're what Abraham used to say, you've been summoned forth by this generation. There's so much of this that I've been covering, and then I came on TikTok and saw that you've been taking this, you've got a book out, and I love what your platform is doing and just discussing, you know, we don't talk about the thaumaturgy and the theurgy and the magic that's in the Bible.
Yeah,
And so I 100% appreciate you and so many other creators who are on this platform, many other ones who are being very vocal about it.
thank you. And what is your name?
Cosmic.
Cosmic. Oh, okay. Now I can see how it's spelled. Okay, with the way how you spelled it, is there a meaning behind it?
My grandfather just liked to mix up words. So that's how you put it together.
Oh, that's awesome though. That's really cool. Because like maybe you could look up the different characters because they could be associated with glyphs and it could have another
Mm.
meaning.
I once thought about someone came to with the idea of doing like a logo and they were going to do something with the glyphs of the characters of my name. It kind of fell through, but I think you might be onto something.
Yeah, you can do that. That's a sigil.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, just do that. It'd be interesting what you come up with.
See, now you done sent me on a whole nother my ADDHD mind.
I know. Don't even start. Don't
You
even-
started with me first. Now I'm really going to be going. But I had a friend of mine. She did make a logo. She did make a logo for me out of my name. And I mean, I really liked it, but it really wasn't like a sigil. Like it wasn't all combined into one graphic.
Mhm.
Um, but now you've got. See, I'm in my notepad now, making some notes here.
Yeah, it's fun. I like to make sigils. Deconstructing new from across my page. Oh, thank you, Viva La Diva.
So you may have already shared this, and like I said, I'm still somewhat new to your platform. I haven't had a chance to really just go through everything that you've done. What kind of brought you to this point? Not only just seeing the magical aspect of the Bible, but to the point of being more vocal about it.
Wow, you have a cup of tea?
So
I'm sitting on
absolutely, I do.
that. Is that what he does? Um, well, I always sort of kind of inclined to the more mystic side, even in Bible studies. Like I'll
Mm.
listen so intently, and I really liked the mystical stuff. Although I felt when I started to become interested in like magic, I felt like convicted.
Mm.
And I even would tell like my family or like my children, I was like, "Oh, you can't watch that Harry Potter."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was fighting it. I was fighting it, and I remember I had this one experience in the church. So in the book of I don't know, I know it's in the New Testament. Paul writes about like the spiritual gifts,
Mm-hmm.
and two of my spiritual gifts on that list is speaking in tongues and interpretation of tongues.
Mm.
Now, I was in the church, and this a scripture about false prophecy, false
Mm-hmm.
prophets,
Mm-hmm.
and they had that's what he was focusing on, the pastor. And I started speaking in tongues, and I couldn't stop it though,
Mm-hmm.
and I had this like really heavy feeling on me. And then they went to another scripture that mentions the same thing, but it's just worded in another book. Just kept on and kept on. And so from there, I went through a series of separating myself, like deconstructing without
Mm-hmm.
consciously deconstructing. And I bought my first tarot deck. I don't even know where it is. It was somewhere. I bought my first tarot deck, and I would hide in the closet and go through the symbol. I didn't know anything about tarot, but when I touched the cards, I would see scriptures, and I would see like,
Mm.
and I could feel what archetype, like the hermit, Moses. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
From there, I started my YouTube channel, after going through like spiritual awakenings and then separating from things I'm not even going to say right now, but well, people, I'm not going to say right now, but and from there just snowballed. I learned about alchemy. I was like, oh,
Hmm.
what is this? This
Hmm.
is juicy. And I just kept on, and it just kept growing and growing and growing from there.
Wow, I'm looking right now. There used to be a site back in the day. So much has changed in the internet. I guess I'm telling my age at this point. There used to be a site back in the day that went through the how strong of a biblical influence is upon the tarot, right? I mean, we even have a couple of popes in the tarot. There's a strong, even medieval Europe was highly Christianized, and so you can do art, you can do anything without that kind of impression in there. Um, my journey was quite similar. So I came up in a church in a religious experience that recognized prophets and the prophetic, right? And I had some of the old school hoodoo prophets that trained and developed me. And so they would preach on Sunday and prophesy on Sunday, and then they'd be handing out handkerchiefs on Monday. They were that kind of prophet. And they would say, I have a word for you. And then the word would be, come see me tomorrow after service. And he don't put together a mojo bag, or he's don't put together a this or whatever, you know. And so I was taught and developed in that was how the old school prophets ministered, that they ministered in signs and wonders and miracles. And when you look at Moses, Acts 7:22, he was learned in all the wisdom of the Egyptians. You look at Daniel 4:8, 8:4, 8:2, he was a master of the magicians. And you know they talked about that, how the prophets of old would demonstrate their prophecy, right? They would put this together and that together, and it would be, I, for lack of a better word, like a diorama of their prophecy, right? But it was a ritual by any other means and any other name, you know. And so, as the church became more and more conservative, that became more and more hush hush. It went from a Monday night to Friday evening kind of a thing. And then it almost became lost in the church, right? And the church became very antithetical to those kinds of things. Um, when we established our temple, we wanted to do it after the the spiritualist churches doctrines from the 1940s. And they still brought in icons, they still prayed with incense, they still had spiritual baths and that kind of thing. So that's why I'm just enamored whenever I see anybody else who is loud and proud and is talking about this, and providing that biblical context. um have you looked at the book uh Christian Magic? Have you read that book? I want to
Who was
send
it?
it to you if you haven't already.
Who was it by?
Let me, great question. Let me pull it up here. Um,
Man across it.
it's an academic, ancient Christian magic, excuse me. Ancient Christian Magic by Mayer Marvin, or Marvin Mayer, Marvin W. Mayer.
Give me a second.
Sure.
YouTube. I will talk to you guys later. Don't forget, by midnight tonight, I will have that PDF uploaded for the members. Many blessings. In that. Okay. So let me pull it up though. Don't pull it up.
I hope I didn't kick you off your YouTube.
Oh
I just,
no, I mean
uh,
I pretty much said what I had to say. It was just me just yapping.
I
All right,
got you.
so you said Christian
Ancient Christian Magic,
ancient
Coptic texts of ritual power.
magic. And what was the last? You said ancient Christian magic, and then I didn't hear. Okay.
And actually, I'll put it in the chat here. It is Marvin Mayer, Meyer. Marvin W. Mayer.
Oh, I see. Oh, this is juicy. I love stuff like this.
Yes, yes. Okay, okay. You're my kind of people already. Okay.
Yeah, right. Well, yes.
This is a good one. Um, the other one is man, there's a couple. I got into when I was studying. Let me take a step back. Just a little bit of background about me. So when I was younger, I've always had a proclivity for, as you already said, for spiritual things, for religious things. I was a church prodigy, the whole nine. And so my father, back in those days, the History Channel and the Discovery Channel would do a lot of, biopics on the Bible and Jesus and the disciples and these kinds of things. And so they would have these experts, these pundits speak they had doctors of theology, masters of divinity, or whatever. And I would really kind of tune them out. I really wasn't feeling them. I felt like if you weren't Pentecostal and you weren't charismatic and you weren't on fire, I didn't want to hear anything you had to say about, the Bible, basically. But as I got older and began to study and began to search and began to look for these kinds of things, I realized that the academic world had already addressed this 100 times over. They had already looked at these old manuscripts of like the Coptic Church and seen how many Christian spells, Christian amulets
Yeah.
were still out there in the world. So this is a really good book. And the other one is called Anathema.
Oh, okay. I was just putting that in the name of the book in the chat. Yeah, it's a doctor that I follow, Dr. Justin Sledge.
Oh, Esoterica.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah.
That's binge fuel
Dry
right
humor
there.
is so funny though.
He is.
Yeah.
I love his
It's
dry humor.
yeah, yes.
I made my students watch his series on the exorcism to necromancy pipeline, what he calls it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh man,
Yes.
that was so good.
I know. And I watched the one of my favorites is the Day of Atonement.
Oh,
I don't
I
know if
haven't seen that one. Wait, 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 wait,
you got to
wait.
see that one. Oh my goodness,
I
it's so
haven't seen
good.
that one.
Yeah, he goes into the details of like it's several texts
Hmm.
about the Day of Atonement and the bloodbath that it is, and it is so interesting. It is so like I don't think they could cover what happened in the actual Holy of Holies because you're not supposed to say what happens in the Holy of Holies.
Right, right.
But in the outer courts, how many ox sheep, the whole gamut
Hmm.
and everything, and what they would do with the blood. I'm trying not to be graphic or anything, but it was so interesting. It's several of his videos. Actually, I have like almost a playlist of just his videos. His stuff is so good.
Okay, I think I found about 3 years ago the most holy ritual, holiest day of the year.
Yeah, the Holy of
Okay,
Holies. Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
you've given me my playlist for the evening.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's so
I'm not
good.
going to hold you, Biblical Richard. I just want to say I appreciate you tremendously. I appreciate what you do, not only you but others who are loud and proud and crying aloud and sparing not. You all are really equipping this generation, and regardless of what the numbers may show, regardless of what the analytics may show, you guys are really having a tremendous impact. You're stirring up conversation. You're giving people fuel. You're giving people food for thought. You're quoting the scriptures, which is a different angle when people are having conversations with some fundamentalist people.
Yeah,
And so, for whatever it's worth to you, I just want to encourage you and reinforce your work. Thank you so much for what you do.
thank you, thank you. Well, we got it. I mean, we're gonna have to team up now.
Oh, it's like that. It's like that.
Yeah, it's
Listen,
like that. Yeah, yeah. We don't have to plan out like a live, and then just
absolutely.
come up to share. The Bible's Hidden Divination and Magic, the book, and also the journal. So the journal won't have this on here. This is just the author's copy. But both of them are on here. You can also find them on Amazon too, if need be. Then I have my I Am That I Am Divine Guidance cards. Okay, yeah. In the book that he mentioned, I listed it. Oh, actually, he has listed right there. Okay. All right. Well, I am about to hop off. And I will eventually repost the videos. I have a video that I've been editing. Let me tell you, I'm so behind on my editing. All right. On Juneteenth, I went live and we discussed about ancestors. Okay. And I have a really ancestors and holidays, like ancestor veneration and how they use like ancestor veneration throughout, the culture. It's such a good video. And I have, let me see, 2 other videos that I have coming. I've been working my way through them. But the ones that are up now, you can check out on my YouTube channel. I have Queen Esther, was she a goddess? Glamour Magic, Hadassah. That's one video. Thank you. And that, let me tell you, that is a juicy video. And I categorize a video being juicy is if I was a person that ran across the video, I didn't make it, and I found it to be juicy. That's how juicy it is. Not just because I made it. I would have clicked on that video and put it on my playlist myself. You have a blessed night too. Ruth and Boaz, Glamour Magic, Smex Magic. And then on the members, I have so many other videos that I go into, like the esoteric meaning of whether it be a holiday or like other little side notes that I don't really want to put out in the public because either may be a little too esoteric, they may not get it, or it's just like extra notes that I've already recorded the video and posted it, and it's just little extra tidbits. So I post on there at least once a week, if not a couple times a week. Thank you. Oh, you have a great night too, Mike. Thank you. I am about to hop off though, and I thank you guys so much for tuning in. Yeah, I think that's all. All right. Many blessings. Peace.